In a move that has ignited fierce debate across the nation, President Donald Trump has deployed 300 National Guard troops to Chicago, despite staunch opposition from local leaders. This decision, announced on October 4, 2025, comes after weeks of threats from the White House, leaving many to question the motives behind such a controversial action. But here's where it gets even more contentious. Is this a necessary step to restore order, or an overreach of federal power? White House spokeswoman Abigail Jackson confirmed the deployment, stating, President Trump has authorized 300 National Guard members to protect federal offices and assets. She added, President Trump will not turn a blind eye to the lawlessness plaguing American cities. But is Chicago truly in a state of chaos, or is this narrative being amplified for political gain? The deployment follows a tense incident where U.S. Border Patrol personnel shot an armed woman in Chicago. According to the Department of Homeland Security, the woman, a U.S. citizen, drove herself to the hospital after her group rammed cars into vehicles used by the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE. No officers were seriously injured, but the clash underscores the escalating tensions between federal agents and protesters. Is this an isolated incident or a symptom of a deeper societal rift? Illinois Governor JB Pritzker fiercely criticized the move, calling it absolutely outrageous and un-American. He revealed that the Pentagon gave him an ultimatum: deploy the Guard or face federal intervention. For Donald Trump, this has never been about safety. This is about control, Pritzker stated. But could this be a necessary measure to protect federal interests, or a dangerous precedent for states' rights? Chicago has seen repeated protests against the increased federal presence, with demonstrators often clashing with heavily armed ICE agents. Scenes of protesters being repelled with physical force, chemical munitions, and rubber bullets have drawn comparisons to combat zones. Are these tactics justified, or do they exacerbate the very tensions they aim to quell? This isn't the first time Trump has deployed the Guard in Democratic-run cities. Over the summer, he sent troops to Los Angeles and Washington, D.C., sparking legal battles. California Governor Gavin Newsom successfully sued to block the deployment in Los Angeles. But the Trump administration has appealed. Is this a pattern of federal overreach, or a legitimate response to local failures in maintaining order? Meanwhile, in Portland, Oregon, a federal judge has temporarily blocked Trump's attempt to deploy the Guard after the president labeled the city war-ravaged. Local officials argue that Trump's claims rely on outdated images from 2020 protests following George Floyd's murder. Are these deployments based on current realities, or are they fueled by political narratives? As the nation grapples with these questions, one thing is clear: the deployment of the National Guard in Chicago is more than just a law enforcement issue. It's a flashpoint in the ongoing debate over federal authority, states' rights, and the limits of presidential power. What do you think? Is Trump's action justified, or does it cross a dangerous line? Share your thoughts in the comments below.